Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our textbook is Weekend 2, and today, inshallah, we're going to cover Unit 3, Wild Animals, Phonics. This lesson can be found on page 24. So this lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Al-Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Saleh Al-Ujan. So let's begin. Quick revision on our last lesson. In our last lesson, we learned the names of different animals. And not only this, but we also did learn how to describe each animal. So, for example, we read about elephants. And how did we describe an elephant? We said that elephants are big and have trunks. Elephants are big and have trunks. So just a quick reminder, now I'm going to talk about elephants and animals and their description, and I would like you to repeat after me. So last lesson we talked about elephants. We said, repeat after me, elephants, elephants. Elephants are big and have trunks. Have trunks. Elephants are big and they have trunks. Very good. Also, the second animal we did describe were the zebras. The zebras. We said that zebras are black and white, black and white, and they have stripes. They have stripes. So repeat after me. Zebras, zebras. Zebras are black and white, black and white, and they have stripes. Have stripes. Very well. Now, let us move on to the third example. The third animal we were talking about are crocodiles. And we said crocodiles are scary and have big teeth. Scary and have big teeth. So repeat after me. Crocodiles. Crocodiles. Crocodiles are scary, have big teeth, have big teeth. Very well. The fourth one, chimpanzees. Chimpanzees. We said chimpanzees are smart and have long arms. Are smart and have long arms. So repeat after me. Chimpanzees. Chimpanzees. Chimpanzees are smart. Are smart and have long arms. Have long arms. Very well. The fifth one are snakes. We said snakes are long and have no arms or legs. No arms or legs. Repeat after me. Snakes. Snakes. Snakes are long and have no arms or legs. No arms or legs. Now the sixth one is or are hippos. Hippos. So hippos are fat and have big mouths. Hippos are fat and have big mouths. So repeat after me. Hippos. Hippos. Hippos are fat and have big mouths. Hippos are fat and have big mouths. So this is what we did talk about. These were the animals that we did practice on last time. Not only this, but also I ask you to try to practice these sentences in pair, where what you need to do is just to put or say the animal's name, and the other partner will say one or two things about this animal. For example, I ask you to try to choose a partner and say the name of the animal's name. Let's say, for example, elephants. So your partner has to say one thing about elephants. Either he can say or she can say elephants are big or have trunks. Either she or he can say elephants are big and have trunks. So, and you can switch. You can later on switch. Then your partner can name any animal that he can see or she can see from here. And when he or she says the animal's name, then it's your part to say one or two things about this animal. Now, and what we did also, we did practice these sentences together. We said that it's important that we know, we talk about each animal with their description. So, let's remind ourselves of the sentences again. Number one, the first sentence, we said, elephants are big, have trunks. Elephants are big and have trunks. Number two, zebras. Zebras are black and white and have stripes. Number three, crocodiles. Crocodiles are scary and have big teeth. Are scary and have big teeth. Number four, chimpanzees. Chimpanzees are smart and have long arms. Are smart and have long arms. Number five, snakes. Snakes are long and have no arms or legs. Are long and have no arms or legs. Number six, hippos are fat and have big mouths. Are fat and have big mouths. So, what we also did is that we play a game that is called the Animal 2 Hints game, where to play this game, I ask you to take two hints, or I'm going to say two hints, and your part is to try to guess the name of this animal. So for example, we started with these two hints. The animals that I want you to guess are, or they are big and they have trunks. So what is the animal that matches these two hints or matches these descriptions? The animals are the elephants. The elephants. Also, the other example we did use were about the crocodiles, where we started by giving these two hints. They are scary and they have big teeth. And the answer was the crocodiles. Also, the third one, or the third example we did take last time, which were about hippos, where we said that they are fat and they have big mouths. So what is the animal we were talking about? It was hippo. It was hippo. So this is how we did learn how to play the Animal 2 Hints game. So now, let us first get to know our objectives in today's lesson. So in today's lesson, we hope at the end that you comprehend the sounds represented by the letters of the alphabet, and also to pronounce the final S correctly and to spell some words correctly. So what we're going to do today is all about phonics and how to pronounce each word and how to pronounce a correct sounds of the English alphabet. So now I would like you please to open your books on page 24. I would like you please to open your books on page 24. Now, on page 24, what we're going to see or what we're going to do now is that we are going to listen to two different sounds. We're going to listen to two different sounds. And after this, we're going to listen to different words, and we need to classify these words according to the two sounds that we heard before. So, the first part is we're going to listen to the two different sounds. We're going to point and repeat it again, and then we're going to listen to different words, and then we're going to number them from either one or two. So let's now hear the two sounds. That's two sounds. This is the first sound, and this is the second sound. And what we will want to do is, after we are hearing this sound, we're going to listen to four different words. And when we do listen to four different words, we need to guess which of each of these words belong to. Does it belong to the first sound or the second sound? Okay, so let's begin by reading or by listening to the first sound. The first sound, number one, can be heard in the word head. Head. Repeat after me. Head. Head. So this is the first sound in letters E and A. Now let's listen to the second sound here in number two. And the second sound can be heard in this word. Read. Read. Repeat after me. Read. Read. Very well. So now here we have two sounds. Head, read. Head, read. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to say the first word here, which is this one. And what I want you to do is to guess that this word, does it belong to the first sound, head, or the second sound, read? Okay? So, the first word here we have is feather. Feather. So what do you think? What sound that matches the word feather? Is it sound number one in head or sound number two in read? So what do you think? Of course, it is number one, feather, head. Feather, head. They have the similar sounds. Now let's read or let's listen to the next word. Beach. Peach. Peach. So, what do you think? The word beach, does it belong to the first sound in head or the second sound in read? It is, of course, belong to the second sound, number two. Peach, read. Peach, read. Very good. Now, let's listen to the third word. The third word is meat. Meat. So what do you think? What is the sound that belongs to or has similar sound with meat? Is it A, number one, the sound in head, or number two, the sound in read? Meat. It is, of course, the sound number two. Meat, read. Meat, read. They have similar sounds. And finally, the last word is bread. Bread. So what do you think? Bread. Does it have different, similar sound to number 1, the sound in head, or sounds in number 2, in read? So what do you think? It is, of course, matches the sound in number 1. Bread, head. Bread, head. Very good. So this is our first exercise. And now let us move on to the second exercise. So we're going to do a similar exercise to the previous one. So here we're going to listen to 2 different sounds of letter U. So we're going to listen to sounds with words that has only one U, and also words that has U and E at the end. So now I'm going to read it, and I would like you to say it with me and repeat it after me. So U says top. Repeat after me. U says top. And U says tube. Repeat after me. And U says tube. So here we have 2 different sounds. The sounds that can be heard in the word top, and the sound that can be heard in the word tube. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to listen to each of these 6 different words, and then we need to match them, either to the sound or the sound. So let's start by listening to the first word. The first word here is, and repeat after me, cup. 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 So what do you think? What sound matches or have similar sound to the word cup? Cup. It is the first one, the sound. Let's listen to the second word. The second word is, listen and say it with me, cube. 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 So what sound matches the sound of this word? It is the second one, of course. And then let's move on to the third one. Uniform. 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 So what sound matches this one? It is the first sound. Very good. Now let us move on to the fourth word, bus. And say it with me. Bus. 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 So what sound matches this word? It is the first one, sound. And then duck. Say it with me. Duck. Duck. Duck matches also the first sound. And let's listen to the last one. Huge. 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 So what sound matches this word? It is the second sound that ends with E. So here you go. Here we did learn the 2 different sounds with words that has the letter U. Now, let us move on to the last exercise in today's lesson. So here again, we're going to listen and to say it again and to match each word. So the first thing is we're going to listen to all of these words, and then we're going to match them with the right pictures. So in the first one, OO says food. 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 Repeat after me. Food. Book. 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 Boot. 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 Foot. 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 Moon. 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 Cook. 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 So, as you may have guessed, that the 2 O's in one word sometimes can be pronounced as U, like the word food, or can be pronounced as like the word book. So now, Let's try to match each of these words. Let's start with the first one, food. Where do you think food is? It is right here. This is, what do you mean by the word food? Food. Now the second one, book. Book. Where can we see the picture of a book? It's right here. Excellent. And number 3, boot. Boot. Where can we see a picture of a boot? It's right over here. Now, let us move on to the second part of the words here. Foot. Foot. Where can we see it? It's right here. And then moon. Moon. It is right here. And finally, the last word we have is cook. Cook. It is also right here. So now we know how to pronounce 2 O's that can be seen in one word. Sometimes they pronounce as U in the word food, and sometimes they pronounce as like the word cook. And at the end of this lesson, it's important that we are able to listen, point, and match pictures, words, and letters, and also to say and read and write the sounds. The first sound is EA like the word beach, and EA like the word head, and U like the word dog, and UE like the word cube, and OO that can be found in the word book, and OO in the word boot by yourself. This is a very important thing that we make sure we are able to. And now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching.